Hi guys, welcome back to 0 to 150k in 5 years, where every week I'm coming at you with concise strategies on how to climb the corporate ladder, achieve more in your career, earn more in your career, faster than you ever thought possible. And this week, I'm not here to talk to you about some lovey-dovey 4-hour work week with prioritizing and take it easy. I'm here to talk to you about a 60-hour work week. I'm here to talk about how to turbocharge your week, turbocharge your career, and not only do 60 hours as a one-off, but consistently perform 60-hour work weeks over years at a time. Been experimenting at this for a while to find the best balance of how to do it. I'm going to talk to you about why you could do it and how I managed to achieve it over long periods of time. The why is very simple. If you want to earn more, if you want to be extraordinary, faster than anybody else, you can't be doing what ordinary people do. You can't be working the hours that ordinary people do. You've got to turbocharge it, you've got to dominate, you've got to be omnipresent, you have to be everywhere at the same time, contacting them at all hours. You have to be the person that people notice, that people think, wow, how the hell does he handle all this stuff? Because when people are thinking about who to promote, who to move into other positions, who to put in special programs, you want to be the guy that everybody's thinking about and they know that you're treasured in the business. So let's talk about how. I'm going to talk about this from a macro, a yearly, a monthly level, then to a weekly level, and then what you can do practically every day to make sure that you can achieve this for extended periods of time. Because 0 to 150k in 5 years is about consistently raising your performance and your income. So it's got to be consistent. From a yearly and a monthly level, I know this sounds fluffy, but you've got to have clear, fiery goals. You need to be thinking about what position and role you want to be in a couple of years. You want to be thinking about what you want to be earning. You want to be thinking about what you're going to do with the money that you earn. You're going to have something fiery because believe me, in those early mornings and those late nights over time, you need something that's driving you and keeping you motivated. So you've got to have your goals really clear. If you don't have those, go and check out my other videos on goals. Sit down and make sure you've got a clear idea of what you want to achieve because it's got to drive you. From a weekly point of view, try one of my techniques out that's in my other videos on planning out your week on a Sunday night. Sit down, look at the week, plan out the key activities, what things could you do to prepare better for what's coming up, what things could you add in to achieve more, and start piecing together your whole week and putting it on a track so that you know when you're doing the early mornings, the late nights, working all those hours, they're heading you in the right direction. And psychologically, by knowing you're putting yourself towards the goal, it's going to be much easier to consistently do it because you're going to be driven by momentum of actually achieving something. If you come down to a daily level, there's a couple of things you do to consistently keep you going and do those 60 hours a week. The first thing you want to do is check out my video if you haven't on starting to get up early. So I went from someone that went to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning, got up at 7 or 8 a.m. I went cold turkey. I started getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Depending on how early you leave for work, maybe you want to do 5. Start disciplining your mind. You want to discipline your mind to do pretty much what it's told. You want it to be kind of in the zone. Check out the video on getting up early and how I started to discipline my mind and do it for yourself. So you're going to do 2 things with that. 1, you'll be more disciplined to keep yourself moving. And 2, you'll actually just get up earlier. So what I started doing was getting up at 5:30. You have a bit of a coffee, you get yourself into gear, 5:30 to 6. For about 6, you start getting into your first emails or you set some tasks for yourself to get started with and get some easy wins before you even go and get ready. And what that's going to do is straight away add another 1.5 hours a week, a day, which is going to add about 5+ hours a week. Next thing you're going to do is do your standard 8, 9, whatever hour work day when you get to work and you do all your work. But what you're going to do is, because you've mapped out your week on a Sunday, because you've already got some easy wins done in the morning, you're going to find yourself being more motivated. You've already got some quick wins on the board. You're going to have some momentum going, so you're going to get through things. Be concise with the things that you do. Be action oriented. Don't procrastinate too much doing your emails and those kind of things. Check out my video on eliminating crutch time. Because the more time you spend, in crutch time, which you'll learn more about in the video, the more time you spend sitting around, procrastinating, all that kind of thing, it's going to get to you and it's going to get you stressed and it's going to stop you from moving and keeping momentum. So in the time that you're at work, make sure you're working hard. Obviously, what you want to do in between that, getting home and the night is actually playing hard. So you want to, you put aside time for yourself, put aside time for family, put aside time for whatever you want to do and spend really quality time with them. What you're then going to do is have a very concise extra hour from either 9:30 to 10:30 or 10 to 11. I cap my time at 11. So you're going to sit down again. You're going to debrief meetings during the day. You're going to knock off key actions you've been putting off, but keep it really concise. So I used to, work from 10 till 2 at night, and you get a bit unruly with yourself. The good thing is do that little 9:30 to 10:30, 10 to 11 thing. Keep yourself controlled. Knock out some things and feel like you're moving, and then you start resting and get to sleep. So you still end up with a good break and a good rest at night, but all of a sudden you've had kind of a power hour in the morning, got yourself going. You've worked the day, you get home and you play hard and rest, you knock out a further hour and keep momentum, and then you get off to sleep and you get yourself rested. And I've found that by this balance, I managed to keep myself motivated, heading towards my goals, feeling like everything's going in the right place, and during the day I managed to use those techniques to add extra hours to my time and still be able to spend time, resting and with family and all the rest of it. So I hope you enjoy those tips. Check out the other videos that I talked about. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the site www.0to150k in 5years.com. Talk to you soon.